This is AZ Audibles, and I'm Haley Stasiak here with Eric Sorensen. It's hard to believe that football season is already here. We are in week 0. Action is getting started on Friday night.
It's crazy, Haley. I was talking to Jordan about this last week. It didn't seem like that long ago. We were all down in Tucson for the state championships. That was in early December. Here we are, almost towards the end of August, and the games are starting, and I can't wait.
Next, we're going to look at teams to watch in 2018. Eric, what do you got for us there?
Sunrise Mountain, the Mustangs coming off their best season in school history, 11-2 at the 4A level. Now they jump up to the 5A level. I know Steve Decker has quite a bit of talent on offense. Obviously, we know about Keegan Freed. Jake Flores, their top running back, returns, as does Jay Anderson. This is an offense, Haley, that averaged 48 points a game. The flip side of the ball, lots of holes to fill. They only return one starter, but the JV and freshman talent is at an all-time high, and I think they'll be able to plug and play some of those guys. The Mustangs open with 3 out of the first 4 on the road, and they end the season at Centennial. So get those early season wins because, you know, as the season goes on and guys get injured and things like that, it's going to be tough. But I can easily see the Mustangs back in the playoffs, even jumping up from 4A to 5A.
Keeping it in 5A there, for me, it's Williams Field. That Santan region just made up of Castile, Higley, Gilbert, Maricopa, Campo Verde. It's going to be a tough division, especially I feel as though between Castile and Williams Field here, that Chandler area. Quarterback Zach Shepard is returning for his senior season, nearly 2,000 passing yards in 2017. And then you've got Noah Pola-Gates, who is just a force on both sides of the ball. 805 all-purpose yards in 2017, 46 total tackles. Again, that Santan region in the 5A, just keeping an eye on them and keeping an eye on how Williams Field and Castile specifically fare there.
Yeah, I'll be covering that Castile Centennial game out in the far East Valley on Friday. Looking forward to seeing Gunnar Cruz, and I've never seen the Colts in person, so I'm looking forward to it.
Speaking of week 0, let's get into those matchups now. What's the marquee matchup for you this week?
For me, it has to be North Canyon at Shadow Mountain. 2 Paradise Valley School District schools, only 8 miles apart. Shadow Mountain, as I mentioned in my zone read last week, has a big, fast, experienced defensive line, some of the top playmakers in that region. And on the flip side, North Canyon has Luis Contreras, their quarterback, who comes back for a full season after transferring in from Millennium, played half of last year. Week 0 is always the time to set the tempo, and these are 2 teams that had losing records last year. It's going to be big. Whoever gets out and gets out of the gates early could jumpstart to a good season. For
me, it's going to be Marana Horizon, and this is the game that I'm attending this week. Yep. Very excited for this. Saw Marana in the spring. Lou Ramirez, as we mentioned, new head coach there. Changed the tempo of this, and it seems this entire program. The kids are excited to get out there and practice. They said even when it's blistering hot, they're excited to get out there and put in the work. Trent Bourget at quarterback returning. He had nearly 3,000 passing yards as a junior, so I'm excited to see him. And then some other pieces of that offense, running back Rene Valenzuela, wide receivers Diego Miranda and Tariq Jordan. But the other flip side of that, with Horizon, these linemen are a force on both sides of the ball. So seeing how Horizon's both defensive line and offensive line can take on Marana's defensive line, and then this Marana offense is what I'm keeping an eye on.
Yeah, Horizon had a handful of Division I players that played up front last year, and Ty Wisdom's team got off to a fast start last year, kind of sputtered down the stretch. They got blown out by Pinnacle. So I know he wants to make amends and start fast and finish strong in 2018.
Be sure to use the Friday Night 360 AZ hashtag, and you may see your social media posts here on AZ Audibles. In addition to that, tune into the Friday Night 360 AZ preview show Wednesdays at 11, and you can find that on demand on sports360az.com, as well as Eric's Zone Read Weekly on Thursdays. Good luck to all of our high school athletes that are starting their seasons on Friday. We'll see you next time.